Hey guys, welcome to my FTP test. I was going to have a GoPro video of it. However, my GoPro decided to die as I was starting, and I didn't notice. So all I have is basically the screen recording of the TrainerRoad app. So I will might be boring, but I'll walk you through it. So here I'm setting it up slowly, and TrainerRoad app has incorporated warm-up into the FTP protocol. It's just 5 minutes at your zone 0. So I'm gonna skip that. Okay, and here we are on the first interval. The cat's playing with stuff. All right, here we are, first interval. I'm starting with 180 watts. This should be relatively easy. Heart rate is about 128, 130. I gotta say, this was done after work in the evening. I'm already exhausted, so heart rate wasn't at the best at the time. My cat is going crazy right now. So it might have been a little bit higher than what I wanted, but for now it's good. I guess we're just testing how high it can go tonight. And we're about 20 seconds left of this interval. Still pretty much warm up. Still pretty easy. And I like the TrainerRoad, these little messages of encouragement, which I honestly never read, but it's nice to have. Here's another bump to 200 watts. Heart rate's still pretty low for me. My maximum heart rate is about 200 beats per minute, so this is still nothing. And you'll notice that I'm trying to stay conservative, kind of like just about or a little bit under the target watts or target power. I've realized, or I know how I perform best at FTP test. I used to try to be a little bit above, but honestly there's no point. So just trying to stay close to it as I can. I'm not using, well, I don't know if you can even use the erg mode for this, but I'm using a dumb trainer with a power meter. I just like doing it that way. As you can see, my cadence is pretty low still. Usually for my threshold I'm around 90. Anything under I tend to be lower. Here we go, third interval. We're at 223 watts as target power. Heart rate's still around 130. As I said, I was pretty tired after work, so heart rate was kind of up and down the whole time. Kind of weird, acting weird a little bit. I would say it was higher than usual. I'm pretty much around 125 or around 220 watts when I do some steady stuff. 30 more seconds of this interval. Still holding my target a little bit under. As long as the bar is green, that's all I care about. I wasn't really even looking at it, to be honest. I was Zwifting at the same time, so I would just look at the target and then look at Zwift and try to just hold that or close to that. So this is actually my first time looking at this test, so I get to enjoy it with you guys. Alright, next target is 244, heart rate is still 130. I think it should start going up now. I did a pretty decent warm-up before this. I did like 15 minutes at zone 2, and then I did another 10 minutes of easy pedaling while I was trying to set up the recording. I think that's the reason why GoPro ended up dying. It was recording that whole time, and I basically got the whole warm-up on there, but not the FTP test. But consider yourself lucky, because you would just be watching a big ass dude grunting. So heart rate's going up to 140s now. We're at 240 watt target. 10 more seconds of this interval. And you guys can guess, leave a comment and guess how high I'll go. Don't cheat. Alright, 265 is the next target. Heart rate is 140 now. So going up a little bit. I'm not sure which zone this would be. I don't really know at this point. But this is still definitely under my threshold. My previous threshold was 349 prior to this FTP test. We'll see if I got better or worse. My sweet spot zone, for you wondering, is about 300 to 320 watts. This is pretty relatively still easy. Heart rate still around 140. We got 15 more seconds left. We're going up to 150 now. Still not bad. Still got a decent reserve. And 286 is the target. This is getting closer to my sweet spot zone, which isn't terrible, but I'll definitely start feeling it soon. Heart rate still at 150. Halfway through this piece. Honestly, I'm still not reading the TrainerRoad stuff. And reading it now makes 0 sense out of context. I should probably start reading it. I wish they had an audible way of somebody just telling you stuff while you're working out. That'd be pretty cool. I don't think I can read anything when I'm deep in the pain. And we should be over 300. Yep, 307. Heart rate still around 150, 155. So this would be now entering my sweet spot zone. I'm still trying to hold just about a little bit under the target power. Heart rate should go up to 160. And this is, I call this a soft threshold. Anywhere between 160 to 170, it's kind of stays there for a little bit, and then it jumps up to my 180, which is 180 is my threshold heart rate. So it has like a little bit of a ceiling, and then a hard ceiling, and then just lights out. Here we go, almost done with this set. Should be around 320 for the next one. 330, close to 330, 228. Still doing good. Heart rate still around 160. Still trying to hold that power just about. Gonna be smart with it. The power meter I'm using is a Sioma dual-sided power pedals. I just got them recently. They're really cool. They're really useful. My trip abroad, I was able to bring them and keep the training going. So definitely recommend. I used to use PowerTap hub, and I found that pedals and the hub are basically same in terms of the reading and accuracy. So it's pretty easy switch. Here we're almost done with this one. Should go up to 340, 350. So the next one should be my threshold, 349. Yep, this is exactly what my threshold was at the time of this FTP test. Heart rate is still around 160. I'm now looking at Zwift. I think I was doing something stupid where I wasn't hitting my target power. I think I was trying to race some people. Which is kind of stupid during the FTP test, but oh well. Cadence is now close to 90, which is where I usually am for my threshold intervals. I like lower cadence. I like to grind more for the power. Here I'm hitting the accurate target now, or being close to it. And everything after this is just pain. Up until now, I usually 370 now. Up until threshold, I like to tell myself I'm in control, and then everything after is kind of outside my control. Heart rate's now 170s. So I'm definitely starting to feel this more and more. Cadence dropped, so I think I actually changed the gear. The fluid trainer I use, the more into the piece I get, or I guess the warmer it actually gets heavier on my gearing. And as I said, I do like heavier. I like to grind some. I like the lower cadence. I guess this made sense in a moment. However, I don't think that this was the best idea. I think I should try and keep my cadence around 90 at all times. I feel like I'm more efficient than that cadence. Even though my heart rate, actually my heart rate probably goes up more with lower cadence because I'm pushing more power, raising my lactate versus just relying on my aerobic system for that. So now cadence is still around 87, 86. Heart rate's 175, so I'm almost at my threshold heart rate. I know I passed my threshold power, however heart rate takes a little bit to go up, so heart rate lag. So now I'm hitting the heart rate threshold, but I'm way over my threshold in terms of power. I'm trying to hit 390 or be as close to it as I can. Definitely now I know the end is near. I think the last time I did the FTP test I got up to 470. That's where I failed. So that's kind of the end goal here. I didn't think, well actually I'm not gonna tell you how I did, but I definitely didn't think I was gonna do better. At this time I was thinking I was gonna do worse. But yeah, heart rate's 180 now, so definitely in a lot of pain. Slowly going up, 480 watts. This is now my VO2 max zone, or I guess 105% of FTP. Still not too terrible. I can do a decent amount of time in this zone. However, it's not easy. Wow, this TrainerRoad text is really kind of discouraging at this point. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Alright, this power here is really hard to modulate exactly on a dumb trainer. And plus I don't usually go this high on my training unless I'm doing VO2 intervals, so it's really hard to kind of gauge how hard to go. As soon as I hit it, so I'm at 430 now, as soon as I hit 430, I do one pedal stroke that's a little bit easier, like a 0.5% drops down to 416. So it's a huge difference, which makes sense, but it's definitely harder to kind of gauge where I am on feel. So I really have to look at the power on the screen right now. Heart rate's 184, 185. As I said, my max heart rate is around 200 on the bike. I think I got 199 on, whoa, my power dropped. Get it back. Oh, I got it back. My highest heart rate right now was 199 after a Zwift race. So I know I can get up there. It just takes a lot. All right, we're gonna jump to 450. Yeah, 453. Now this definitely sucks. I'm actually doing a better job of being closer to the target than before. But I know I only have, at most 2 or 3 in me. So this is kind of one of those, I know I'm done. So let's try and push through it as much as we can. I'm already halfway through this one. Wow, this even hurts now, commenting on this. Okay, I can kind of feel how much this hurt. Almost at 190, really close to 190 heart rate here. Like the blood lactate is definitely shooting up, pushing that heart rate. 189, and we're jumping up to 470 now. This is where I kind of failed last time, where I failed here last time. So I definitely wanted to pass this one. I'm under the power target still. Trying to get there. It's pretty hard. Heart rate drop. Heart rate's back to 189. And I'm not hitting the target. Almost exactly. Oh, dropping a little bit. Almost there. 30 seconds left. 191 heart rate, cadence 93. Yeah, this is very close to my max heart rate now. I don't have a lot left, not a lot of reserves. And we actually did the interval for 95 on the next one. But this was a hell. Mind you, I'm already, like 5 minutes over 400 watts. It's pretty rough. And that's after all of those, all of the watts before. And I think this is it. I think this is where I fail. Yep, this is it. And yep, I got a new FTP of 356. I was kind of hoping for more, but you know what? It's better this way. Because how TrainerRoad does their workouts is they base everything off your FTP test. So if I was to, go up to 370, my next workout would suck. So this is still pretty close to where I was, but slowly stepping up. 5 or 6 watts every time I test. I like that. I'll keep it at that. And so I'm pretty happy with this. Hoping for 360 plus on the next one. Thank you guys for watching. I know it's been kind of boring to just watch the screen. I will try and have the video up for the next one. Thanks for watching.